So today I'm going to go through the process of doing what's called DTG. As you know, we print shirts and we do screen printing and we do DTG. And the difference is actually pretty significant, especially in cost and time. And one of the things is that people always ask us, well, what's your minimum? I mean, how many do I have to have? Because back in the day, most screen printing shops or printing shops, they wouldn't even touch anything for unless you had at least 25 shirts, and then the cost was quite a bit more. As you add more shirts, it gets cheaper. Well, since those days, they've came out with machines like this one here, which is the Epson 2100 or the F2100, and you can print basically what we would call like a one-off. Like you had one design, we can make that one design and put it on a shirt and just print it. But the time and the expense is quite a bit more than like if it was a screen printed type thing. But when it comes down to one shirt, it's actually much faster to do this. Now, if we had to do 30 or 40 or 50 on this machine, quite time consuming. With the screen printing, once we've made the screen and we've lined them up and mixed the ink, yeah, it's as fast as you can move the squeegee across it and run it through the conveyor and have it, have it cure. So I'm going to show the process of what it is to do just a one shirt, maybe just a couple, maybe different designs. Like say you wanted 5 shirts and all 5 of them were different designs. So with screen printing, you can just put the shirt down and put the ink on it. And then once you apply the heat, you can cure the ink and it stays there. You can wash it or whatever and it won't wash out. With this, you actually have to do what's called a pretreat. Don't ask me what's in it, but it's very sticky. And basically we have this machine here, which sprays this on here. And the process is you get the shirt and you can see it's got some wrinkles and what all in it there. So the idea here is that you put it on the heat press here. We initially want to get the wrinkles out of it. And so I just put it in here for about 10 seconds or so. Okay, how about 8 seconds? That's fine. And voila, takes the wrinkles out. So I take it over to this machine here, and this particular print, we're going to do the entire back. So I need to make sure the whole area is pre-treated. Put this on here. Now you don't want it everywhere. So basically, when you put it in here, you line it up to where just the part you want the pre-treat on is what it gets sprayed on. So you tuck all this underneath. You probably can't see it here with the thing in the way, but basically you tuck it all away. And then you close the door. Inside here, it has a nozzle that, actually I could probably show you. See, it has a nozzle here and it sprays and then it goes across and then it just goes back. Unless you're going to make it to where it sprays both directions. So have the pre-treat here. I've already mixed it. I've already put the line in, got all the water out of it, and so we're going to go ahead and do it. So usually, if you want to, the more pre-treat you use, the better and more vivid the print will be. And so I've done a number 3, which is how fast that nozzle moves in there. And you see that all these green lights here means it's the whole shirt. If I wanted to do just a portion of the shirt, say I was going to do a logo like this, I would only want to do this area. So basically I would take these and take it down to, just that one section. But that's not what we're doing. We're doing the entire back. So I'm going to go ahead and put that. Shirt's in, it's been pressed. I'm going to go ahead and hit it. Now, one of the things is this machine gets really kind of plugged up. Doesn't work that great, at least it hasn't for us. And I know you probably can't see this, but we got some dry areas, some lines. You don't want that. And so what we do is we have a bottle of this. Hopefully it's not plugged up. A little bit. Anyway, we have a bottle of the pretreat in here, and then I just go ahead and hit the spots that the machine didn't hit. I mean, it's not exactly an exact science. Just make sure it's all, wet where it needs to be wet. Okay. A little plugged up. That was hard to do. So generally what I do is I get a napkin here. I don't want to get the pretreat all over the shirt. So on some of the sides here, I kind of wipe off on the machine. So when I pull it out, it doesn't get it everywhere on the shirt. Basically, I want to see this pattern. Pretty much a square. Well, you can't print on that until it's dry. And so what I do is put it back in the heat press here. Make sure none of the seams are, you don't want to get any of this pretreat on the seams, otherwise it'll make, it just makes it, I don't know how you'd explain it, like a press mark on there. So you don't want it on the seams, and you definitely don't want to press the seams. So we line it up just right. So I need to get one of these sheets that we have, like a Teflon type sheet. And the reason why is we don't want the pretreat all over the press here. Put that on there. Generally, you want a pretty hard pressure. And so we have a deal here that'll tell us. See, that's telling me that's a 5. That's probably a bit much. So I'll back it up a couple turns. So we want this for a good 90 seconds is what we want to get it dry generally. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down. It says it's on a 3. A 3 is fine. And so I'm going to go ahead and let that do that. You'll see all this steam coming out of it as it goes. I don't know if you can see that with the camera, which is fine. And yeah, when it's done, then we'll take it over to the machine here, and then we'll go ahead and print a print. And then you can see basically how fast this can happen and how well it comes out. All right, let's check it out then.